I think probably the biggest news that took a lot of people by surprise after the Fruit Bowl video was David Villa
getting called up by Spain.
Crazy.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
It is.
There's the answer.
Yeah, there's no way to spin that, right? Where I can't be like, but is it really?
Nuts. He's 35 years old. It's European soccer, right? When if you're 35 and
let's start with the fact that they don't really have strikers. I know they have Alvaro Morata, but you see what he's doing at Chelsea.
Missing open headers.
I should say you see what he isn't doing at Chelsea. Torres is what, 33, 34?
And he's, let's remember what he did at Chelsea. It was a nightmare.
Jesus. If you're a Spanish person, don't go to Chelsea.
Just avoid
Cesc. What are you doing?
Diego Costa, but he's Brazilian.
Costa's
Technically.
not. And also, you see what he did. He's not playing. He wants to go back to Spain.
That's always a problem. What is it?
What is going on, Chelsea?
At Chelsea. But David Villa getting called up to the Spanish national team.
And the fans are going nuts. If you go on Twitter, they're posting like Throwback Thursday photos of him and Iniesta's like love affair, like the two of them on the field together holding hands and hugging and stuff.
Whoa.
It's like, well, you know what I mean.
Given
we might be sending out another Fruit Bowl.
Giving Yamil Assad and Tito Villalba a little run for their money.
Just a little bit.
Look, let's see how the OGs do bromance.
Watching the fans love it. I mean, the Spanish fans love having him back.
Yeah, I mean,
this isn't like, oh, he plays in the U.S. and no, everyone's really happy to have him back.
Yeah, it's fascinating. And so coincidentally, I have staying with my parents. There's a kid from Spain. He's from Valencia. He's one of my brother's friends. My brothers are a professional handball player.
Right.
So this kid, he plays handball in Spain, and my brother kind of just like showing him the ropes whenever he's here. And the first thing when he talked to me, he was like, hey, did you hear about Villa getting called back to Spain?
Isn't that crazy?
He was like, this is crazy.
Isn't that wild? Like this is big news for the MLS. This is big news for American soccer fans. This is big news for Spanish soccer fans. This is big news across the board. This might be we may look back at this and see that this was one of the most important moments in MLS history.
Yeah, this definitely is.
Granted, he's got to play and play well, but if he does,
yeah. Do you think he's actually going to play? That's one of the questions.
You know what? If he only goes in for 10 minutes and still scores a goal, this is big for us.
I mean, that would be huge. Definitely if he scored.
If he scored, it sends a message to Italy that they need Giovinco. They need to put Giovinco in there. It sends a message to everyone that MLS players are just as important and should be looked at just as much as anyone else. And, I always point to this, but remember when Josie Altidore was at AZ Alkmaar?
Yeah.
I think he scored like 32 goals that season. He came in, that was the best form he ever had for the men's national team. It's about confidence. It's better to play in a much more competitive league, but the MLS is not a sort of a cakewalk for David Villa, even though he's doing incredible. That's because he's an incredible player. It's a chance to if you're playing really well here, you should get a chance at the national team, regardless of who you are.
Yeah, there's no. I think the Villa can set some example to more foreign players that might be hesitant to come to MLS.
There you go.
Because they might, because they might get left out of their national team just because they play in the MLS. We know how, I forgot who the Italian manager is, but he's been very vocal about just not really respecting MLS.
Well, first Conte. Conte said he wouldn't take him, and now I want to say Allegri, but I know that's wrong. That's the coach of Juventus.
We do know that Spain is having a couple issues, up front. But they're
playing Italy next.
It's still Villa had to play exceptionally well to even be considered.
Yeah,
and the fact that he meets some standard where I forgot the managers. Lopetki.
Yeah.
So that he believes that he can contribute. It's just only a badge of honor for the MLS, because there were some people I was looking at. I was following the Spanish Twitter account.
Why would you do that?
Because it was a good decision, I think.
Don't look at the negative news.
Well, that's the thing. So I that's what I was looking for. I was looking for people being like, "Oh, he's coming from MLS. This is what a waste.
He's been retired for 3 years." Yeah,
and there really wasn't much of that. I think it was more difficult to find negative comments about MLS. I think people respect Villa that much, and they know he's Spain's top scorer. They give him the respect that he deserves. And at the very least, you would hope that him getting called in, maybe there's some people who think David Villa's not playing anymore. You know, they'd be like, "Oh,
yeah, that's quite possible."
Yeah, Villa's back? Where's he been?
Yeah.
Oh, let me watch some NYCFC. Let me watch MLS game. Oh, you know what?
Would you get him off the golf course? Yeah.
And then maybe that can lead a couple more Spanish fans into MLS and just at least being intrigued by it.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is going to be. I hate to use the term watershed because. We'll see what happens, but I think we will look back and say that was one of the most important moments. I think you'll look back and go like, all right, when Toronto FC first came in, right, because there was a lot of fans, that it sort of increased the supporter culture in MLS. David Villa, Giovinco coming in, David Beckham, the Cooligans. All the really most important parts,
milestones, all of them of equal importance.
One of those in particular, the Cooligans, cornerstone of the league. I think you'll see.
That's right.
If they were to stop hating us.
I can't wait for the 30 for 30.
Oh man,
the Cooligans 30 for 30.
The behind the music about how we split up. We had a scare with you physically. We thought you had appendicitis.
I thought I had appendicitis. I had a sharp pain in my stomach the day of the Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about that for a moment, but yeah,
we watched it together.
Felt like I got punched in the gut. No, I had this weird sharp pain like next to my belly button, and it was just like the most pain.
That's usually when I fart.
Yeah, you know what? That's what so it was just a sharp pain.
You can't fart,
and then it just went away.
Right.
So it was like 2 minutes of like agony, and then it was just like I feel totally fine. And then,
but that agony was bad enough that you called my wife, a registered nurse.
My girlfriend called your wife.
Right.
She was that nervous about it.
But I can hear you crying, "Bitch, call D."
Okay, who's the bitch?
Yeah.
Who are you calling? Are you calling?
No,
wait.
I was saying you called.
Oh, you're saying that I would disrespect my woman like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but you would never disrespect.
Oh my God, no, never. I said I heard you in the background. Which, by the way, I meant to talk to you about. That's very disrespectful. You should not do that.
You should not talk as me saying mean stuff to you.
How dare you let me talk as you? The fans have no idea what's happening.
No, but yeah.
But D was like, do this. There's a couple things you can do to find out if it is appendicitis.
And it wasn't appendicitis. So, and I was totally fine. And then I started thinking, I'm not a farter. I'm not a big fart guy.
What the hell does that mean?
Some people are gross, like farting people. Like
Stop pointing at me.
You're a person who's just like, you know what? Well, I'm alive, then therefore I fart.
Buddy, let it out. You could really mess up your sphincter if you don't let the farts out.
And that's kind of I'm not really a fart guy. I don't really fart around.
Your sphincter must be destroyed.
So that did cross my mind. I'm like, maybe there was a fart that I was holding in from like 8th grade.
Yeah.
That was finally like, you know what?
It smells like something you haven't eaten in years.
It's a Happy Meal from McDonald's.
I can smell the toy.
Did I eat the toy?
From Toy Story 2. What year did that come out?
Yeah. So I was just like, maybe it was just a fart from so long ago, from decades ago, that was like, you know what? We've had enough. We got to get out of here.
I had this one time where I just could not leave the apartment. I was like, I feel terrible. I'm coming down with something. I felt like I fatigued the whole 9. And D was like, maybe you just have to fart. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit on the toilet just in case. One long fart, and I felt amazing. I was like, I don't know what just happened. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I just farted the devil out. You know what I mean? Because I felt incredible. We went out for the whole day. It was great. Got to get those farts out, guys. I know that's why you listen to this podcast. You got to get it out.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
So what does this have to do with soccer or David Villa? We don't know.
Yeah, it's all gonna lose at the end. Just it's gonna be an M. Night Shyamalan film at the end. It was the farts the entire time.
Or the twist is we don't know what we're doing. That's the twist at the end of this. But you knew it all along. It's the worst M. Night Shyamalan movie.